Yep. Hello, can you also share my screen, please? Thank you. And can you make it full screen? Yep. Thank you. Okay, then. Good evening, guys. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Ritesh, Arkin, Sonu, Utpal, Gulshan, Mrunal, Sudhanshu. Good evening, guys. Good evening, everyone. And welcome back to the day 2 of this HTML and CSS essentials. I hope you all are doing good. And I hope you are excited for today's session because I'm very excited. Because as I said yesterday, today we're going to be basically we're going to be seeing how to work with audio, how to work with video, right? I'll show you how to put that icon in the title area. I'll show you how to take a YouTube video on your site and also a live map. Okay, so once again, good evening, everyone. I hope all of you are good and I hope all of you are excited. So please let me know in the chat, guys. Are you excited for today's session, everyone? That is great. That's great. That's great. So, yep, guys, let's go ahead and let's start with today's session. Okay, so if you remember, this was the file that we created yesterday. So let's quickly run it as well. So let me just take its path from here and let's again open the browser and here we go. So this was what we learned yesterday, right? How to create HTML page, right? And then what exactly is HTML? We understood that, what it does, right? What is markup? What are tags? We learned them. We understood what is an attribute, right? And we also saw a few of the tags like simple heading tags. And we also saw how to put an image. So here we can see a good Homelander image. So that's what we learned. So let's move ahead, guys. Let's move ahead today and let's talk about audio, video, and all the other stuff. But before doing that, I actually need some audio and video. So I actually have some audio video on my desktop. Let me just get it. सर हाइपरलिंक में समझ नहीं आया. हाइपरलिंक अभी तक हमने हाइपरलिंक किया नहीं. अभी तक मैंने दिखाया नहीं आप लोगों को लिंक करते कैसे. आज हम करेंगे, टेंशन मत लीजिए महक. So we'll do it today. I'll also show you how to perform a linking of multiple pages. So here we go. I have few songs here. So let me take one of them to our folder. Okay. So I'll take, let's say, this one. Okay. And it's on desktop again. So yep, I'll just store it here. And I also need a video. So I'll just go ahead and quickly download a video from YouTube. Okay. So first of all, I want to go on save from net. From there, we can easily download a video. And let me just search for like, right, something like this. And just go to youtube.com now. And we can just download this video. So let's see. Let's download this video. Okay, let me just go ahead and just put the link here. And that should be it. Yep, a simple video, guys. You can take it from anywhere. It can be any video file. That is completely fine. I hope it's getting downloaded. Okay, is it? Oh, yep. I have to click here and that's it. So it started, guys. That's really great. And almost done. Yep. Let's also take this from that folder and put it on in our folder. Okay. Now you can see we have an image. We yesterday saw how to put it. We have also a song and we also have a video. So that song I'll be using as an audio, but you can use any audio file. So let me just rename it. So let me just rename it to audio. You can see it's a MP3 file. And just like that, let me also put video over here. And that's it. Okay. Let's go, guys. Let's start. And also, let me remove these tags from here. We don't need these tags anymore. So let me just remove all of this. I'll keep the image one. And guys, for all the new people who don't know about VS Code a lot, you can also perform commenting. Now, for all the new people who don't know what commenting in code is, guys, let's say sometimes you're writing some code, right? And you want to put some description about that code, but you don't want to hamper your code file. See, let's say this code is something that I'm going to share it to you. Okay. Now I mentioned I used this image for some reason, right? Something I want to write. But now if I share it to you and if I run this page, this will also come in output, right? But I don't want to come, like, I don't want this to come in the output, but I want it to be in the code file. So for that purpose, you can put a comment. And to put a comment, just go on that line and press control slash if you're in VS Code. Control slash is the shortcut. And now you'll see that line is completely ignored by the browser while executing it. So let me just close all this stuff. See that? Only images here. But if I don't comment it, you'll see that thing comes as the output, right? And we don't want it. So that's what a comment is. It will be inside your code for reading purposes. It will not hamper your output. And just like that, you can comment anything. So for example, there is some code that I don't want to use right now, like this image. I don't want to use it for some time. So no issues. Just select that, comment. Now it will be there in the code. You can uncomment it at any point of time. You can activate it and use it at any point of time. So that's what commenting is, guys. We're going to be doing it a lot. That's why I told you about that. So now then, let's go. So let's see how to put audio in your web page. And just like you put an image, just like that, you also have a tag called as audio. Yes, control plus slash is the shortcut for comment and also for uncomment. Control plus slash. So guys, this is the tag that you want to use. Okay. And inside this tag, you have to put one more tag, that is source tag. And just like yesterday, guys, just like image is also an empty tag, source is also an empty tag. Okay, that means no need to close it separately, and also no need to put a slash at the end. No need. It's an empty tag or a self-closing tag. That's it. Source, and again, it has an attribute called as src. And now inside that, just give the file path of the audio file. So in this case, our file name is audio.mp3. So just go ahead and put audio.mp3. That's it. Let's see what is coming with this. And you can see there is nothing, right? Because you cannot see an audio, correct? To see your audio, you have to see its controls like play, pause button, volume button, mute button, all that stuff, right? So for that, go in your audio tag and there is an attribute called as controls. Just put this. And just like empty tags, guys, this is also an empty attribute. You don't need to put any value for it. No need to put any value for it. Just write controls. That's all. Save it. And here we go. Can you guys see that? Now we have a really good audio control in which I have a play pause button, a timer, a seek bar, a mute button, or I can also change the volume if I want. And I can also adjust the playback speed. See that? I've zoomed the page. If I just do this, you'll see I can just adjust the playback speed. I have zoomed it enough actually. Now it will look fine. See, and it's on very like too much top, right? The option always comes on top. That's why. So yep, these are the options that you have. And now I can play it. Now I know you cannot listen to it because of my audio is coming to and not this audio, but trust me, it plays. Is that clear? It's playing. It's playing. You can see the timer going away, like going up. I can seek it and it's playing. Okay, yes, project poll will be there at the end. Don't worry. I will give you the project poll. So guys, are we cleared with the audio? Everyone, are we cleared with the audio logic? And now you can also just go ahead. There is also one more attribute called as loop. If you put this, once this audio ends like this, it will automatically play again. That's what will happen if you put that loop. So you can continuously play some audio if you want. So that's what it is. See, again starts playing without me doing anything. Let me show you again. See that after 13, once it reaches 20, see that 17, 18, 19, 20, and again starts playing. So that's what loop does. Is that clear? And if you want to manage it more, like for example, if you want to create your own controls, your own good looking controls of play, pause, and all that stuff, then for that you need JavaScript. For that you need JavaScript. If you guys want to know how to like work with this a little bit, just follow my previous JavaScript essential. In the last week only, I took a JavaScript essentials where we made a project of music player. So there I have taught a little about how to manage this audio player. Okay, so you can just go there and check it. We use loop to play next audio. No, we don't use loop to play next audio. Loop is basically used to play the same audio again. Okay, but if you want to perform, then like if you want a button on which you can click and go to the next audio, for that we need to write some JavaScript. Sir, your video quality is low. I'm also watching it on YouTube. Sharks, can you please just increase the video quality? Can you see if you can do that? Is that clear, guys? Everyone? Now, yes, I saw a question that someone asked, sir, can I just put SRC in the audio tag only? Yes, that's completely fine. Guys, you can also write your audio tag like this. See, everyone, no need to use a source tag. Just go ahead and just put like src like this. That's it. And you can also put the same thing, audio.mp3, and again controls. This might look very easy, right? This might look very easy. See, same thing, same output. That means this and this are exactly similar. So you may ask, sir, then why are we using this? Like, why do we have a separate source? So now, guys, it's very important to understand, because now it's an interview question. Sometimes people ask that if this thing and this thing are doing same, why do we have this separate source then? Why do we have it? Okay. So now let's try to understand that. Sometimes what happens is some browsers may not support a particular file format. Maybe some browsers may not support, let's say there is some browser called as ABC browser and it does not support MP3. So what will happen if they open your site which is having this audio tag, and if that browser is not supporting MP3, your audio will not play and the user experience will go bad. You don't want that, right? So what we do is we maintain a collection of different formats. For example, what we can do is we can use this way of creating audio, and then we can create multiple formats of the same audio. Like let's say there is a song. For example, let's say there is a song like Hymn for the Weekend. So I, let's say, hold three formats of that. One MP3 format, also some other two audio formats. Okay, thinking like, okay, if this is not supported, I want this to be used. If this is not supported, I want this to be used. So in that case, I can just go ahead and I can have three different files for the same one. Let's say MP35, MP67, something like that. Okay, so I can put this. So what will happen is now once someone loads the your file or someone loads your web page, if this is not supported, it will go to the next one. If this is also not supported, it will go to the next one. It means something will be supported and the user experience will not go bad. Okay, so that's why this thing is also given to you only if you want to use it. But mostly, yeah, MP3 is mostly supported everywhere. So there will be not a problem. But again, sometimes some mobile browsers may not support. Something like that can happen. So if you don't want the user experience to go bad, that's why you have this way of writing it as well. Is that cleared, everyone? Cleared? So that's what you can do. So either use this way or you can also go for this way. That's it. Okay, everyone. So that's how you simply put a audio. And there's also one more attribute that is called as autoplay. Okay, this attribute basically means your audio will start autoplaying. Now I have turned off the settings in my Chrome, but in your browser it will definitely play. So just check that if in your Chrome also it does not play, just go ahead and change the settings. It will start autoplaying. Okay, so autoplay basically means when the page loads, it will start playing. When the page loads, it will simply start playing. You don't have to wait to click on the play button. That's what autoplay means. Okay, we only have no IQ Beast, you can have any file. I have only one file right now. You can have 10,000 files and you can create 10,000 audios. You can have 20 different songs here, right? And you can change the path. And I have named it audio just for like sake of naming. It can have any name. It was having a really big name, so I changed the name to audio. Is that clear, everyone? And yeah, mostly what normally people do is they use audio tag only for what purpose? For playing the audio. They don't use this controls. They create their own controls. You can also use JavaScript to create your own good looking controls, like good play and pause button, good seek bar. But for that, you need to write some code. For that, you need to write some code to create your. So if you want to understand how to do that a little bit, you can go ahead and watch my previous JS essentials. I took it in the last week. Just watch the last session. You'll understand how I use JavaScript to play the audio, to pause the audio and all that stuff. So we can also write some JavaScript. If we don't like this styling, you can create your own controls. But for that, you need to know JS. It's very important. Okay, now then, guys, that's how you work with audio. Now then, let's go ahead and let's see how to work with a video, right? And just like audio, for video, you have a video tag. It's like that. And almost the same attribute. So first thing, again, same. Source. I can see I have a video.mp4. Guys, again, it can have any name. Like, for example, let me just rename it. Don't get confused that it should be always named video. No. I can call it, let's say, anything like, let's say, Thor entry. Okay. So it's not important that you have to name it video. So what is autoplay? Autoplay, Arcane, means, okay, let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. See, Chrome by default doesn't allow autoplay. Okay, Chrome by default doesn't allow autoplay, but some browsers allow it. So let me show you. In Chrome, it does not autoplay. I have to click to play it, right? But let me open the same site in some other browser. Let me see if I have some other browser. Do I have IE? Do I have it? Okay, I don't have it, I think. Let's say if Edge supports it. Let me just open Edge. Not now. No, it's also not supporting. So I have to go ahead and change the settings. And exactly right now, I don't want to do that. I have to somewhere go and change the settings. Okay. So guys, see, autoplay basically means when the browser loads, it will simply start playing. That's it. That's all. Okay. Shortcut for comment, controls plus slash. Simple. Control plus slash. Okay. Right now, actually, I don't, because I think the Chrome settings have changed. There are a lot of new features in there, so I don't want to search and use a lot of time there. That's why I'm not doing it right now. But I'll find out that setting and I'll let you know tomorrow then. Don't worry. Okay, now then, guys, let's move ahead to the video section. And again, the same thing. Same thing. Video, source, and again, src, and the video file name or the path or entry.mp4. And let's see. Again, save it. And you can see it's a pretty big video. I think I've zoomed it enough. Here we go. It looks like this. See, you can also manage the height width of the video. Like I can just go and give width of 300 pixel. And here we go. Quite slow. You see browser supports. Yes, Anshu. Because a lot of big browsers have, like nowadays, they don't support. Because you don't want to support autoplay, right? Because some people, what they do is they hide the audio controls and autoplay is on. So when you load a site, the audio starts playing, and that's a bad thing. That's why. Okay. So let me just give it 500 pixel, and now you'll see. Yep. But you can see it is just looking like a picture. I cannot do anything on it, right? So for that, again, guys, you need one more attribute, just like you had in audio, controls, to get the controls. And here we go. Just put this attributes, and now you can see you have controls. You can play. You have this seek bar. You can move it ahead, right? You can mute. You can also make it full screen. Correct. You also have this option, see, picture in picture. So you can see it here, like YouTube. And you can also manage the playback speed. See that? This is a very new option in video controls. So it's really good, right? So that's what you can do here. Is that clear, guys? So that's how your video works. And again, just like that, you can also put loop in here. Now again, guys, for all the people asking what is loop, loop is nothing but when your video ends or audio ends, see what will happen now. It again starts playing. See that? So that's what loop is in this case, this loop attribute. So guys, that's how video tag works. And just like that, you can also write video tag like this, the way you wrote the audio, right? So you can also write video like this. So I can have comment it. See, I can write video like that as well. So video, src directly here only. Same thing. Height of 500 pixels and controls. And here we go. See, so this is also giving you the same video output. Is that clear, guys? Everyone, I'll show you. Don't worry. How to access? Uh, how can you access online link? Yes, I'll show you. Don't worry. It's very easy. You just need the proper audio file. Then you can do that. Hi, Saurabh. Can you include download the file on audio and video tag? Yes, we can do that as well. So in video, can we use the increase and decrease the quality of the video? I don't think they give that option in here. This video controls. For that, then we have to make sure that we write. Maybe see this is now, guys. One more thing. See, so before HTML5, there were no audio video controls available. These tags were not available before HTML5. So at that time, we had to make our own audio video controls, or some browsers used to give us some features like that. Now we have this audio video controls, but still they don't have all the features that a video controller should have. That's why there are a lot of video controllers available online, which we can use, third party video controllers, or we can also create our own by using JavaScript as well. So we can also do that. But don't worry, maybe in some future JS Essentials, I'll definitely teach you how to create your own video controls, a perfect video player, how to create your own. I'll show you that. But today, yep, this is an inbuilt audio tag and inbuilt video tag that HTML provides you. Okay. Yes, autoplay by default, Chrome is not supporting it, Sujit. Chrome is not supporting by default. It basically is restricted by default. Okay. And the main source is deleted, so if we add through online and the main source is deleted, will it the video? No, yeah, it will also be deleted. If you depend on internet and if that resource is deleted, definitely it will go. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it will go. Yes. So now, guys, I hope, can you pull in a weekly video from YouTube? Okay, can we directly put a YouTube link in SRC? No, I'll show you how to put a video, YouTube video. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. How to include YouTube without? Yes, that's what I'm going to show you, guys. That is what I'm going to show you. Now, see, audio and video are basically going to only play audio and video file. If you want to put a proper link, or if you want to put a proper YouTube video resource, how to do that, I'll show you now. Okay. So guys, are you ready? Do you want to see how to put a YouTube video in your file, everyone? Okay. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let's go. Yep. What is the role of poster attribute? Suraj, poster attribute basically creates a thumbnail. Poster attribute basically creates a thumbnail for you. Okay. So now, guys, let's move ahead. Let's move ahead and let's talk about something that is very, very important and very, very cool feature of HTML. That is iframe, which also stands for inline frame, or some people also call it internal frame. Okay. But yeah, it is mostly called as inline frame. So first of all, let me show you what it does. Let me show you. If you save it, see, can you see that, guys? Can you see this? Sujitra is saying video. Guys, is the video quality poor? Can you please tell me? Can everyone confirm me, guys? Is the video quality poor, or you guys can see it properly? It's fine, right? Is it poor? Okay, that's great. Okay, fine, fine. So, can you please increase the quality? Maybe it might be the internet connection. Sujitra, can you please check it? Okay. So now, guys, you can see as soon as I create an iframe, you can see as soon as I create an iframe, you can see a simple frame is created. See that? A small box is created. Now think of this like a window that can display external things. Think of iframe like a window in your page, or a frame in your page that can display external things. For example, let me show you. First of all, let's go ahead and increase its height and width. So we can increase the height and width, like width 600 pixels, height 500 pixels, like that. See that? Now it's quite big. Now let's go. Let's do one thing. Let's create one more HTML page, guys. Let's call it second.html. Okay. And let's put some dummy HTML here. Like for example, simple h1. And inside that I'll write I am second page, like that. Now see, let's run this file as well. And see, this is the output of this file, right? You can see. Simple. Your second.html is just having a simple h1, and you can see the output. Now, can I load my this page inside this frame? Can I do that? Can we do that? Let's see. So you can just go here in iframe and put the src attribute, and in there you can just go ahead and put the resource link second.html, and now whatever was the output of the second page will be displayed inside this frame. So you can see inside this page I have loaded an external file resource. Inside this page I have loaded an external file resource. So that's what you can do. That's what iframe is used for all the guys who are getting poor video quality. Please guys, can you just check, like just increase the video quality once on YouTube? So it might be the internet connection, sometimes the quality gets poor, so just go ahead and increase the video quality in your settings. Can you please do that, everyone? Iframe is similar to canvas, you can say kind of, but no, canvas is a lot different because it is used for drawing. Canvas is used for drawing, iframe is used for loading external resource. Okay, now which path we have to add? Can you repeat, sir? The file path, whatever file you want to load. So you can see I have loaded second.html inside my first.html with the help of that's iframe, and you can see the output here. But this is not what we're going to do. We're going to do something bigger. Is iframe secure? Yes, Naveen, it's secure as long as you use it like in the proper way. Don't use it for like some important data stuff. You can use it for normal video showing purpose or normal audio playing purpose. You can use it for that. You can use it to display some less secure data from some other file. That's it. Don't use it for, what do you say, displaying some important information or getting some external data directly, right? Don't use it for that stuff. Like for example, when I say external data, some sites don't allow their things to be used inside an iframe, so they block it as well. So until unless you're using it to just display some basic data, some normal video and audio stuff, it's all cool. Yes, it's secure in that case. If you want to display some other pages output for some time or something like that, definitely you can go ahead and for that. Okay, now then guys, let's go ahead. Mod, can you please block that spammer? Can you please do that? Okay, now guys, let's see the actual use of iframe, because this is not what we're going to do, right? This is not what we're going to do. So let's go and let me show you now how to integrate a YouTube video in your site without even downloading it. So let's do that. So for that, go on YouTube first. Okay, and search for anything. So let me just search for like what can we say, um, anything guys. Let's say Superman versus Zod fight, right? It's a really good fight, one of my favorites. I hope the channel, now see, it also depends on the channel is allowing the integration or not. Iframe is still used, I think. Yes, some in some things you still use it. Okay, I hope they allow it. Okay, so now open the YouTube video that you want to put in your site, and then, okay, why so many ads? And then just go here, see, on this button, share. Click on share, and here click on this embed. Okay, and now here you will see you'll get a complete iframe code. That means you don't even have to write iframe, you'll get a complete iframe code. That's what you want. Just copy that whole thing. Okay, and just paste it here. And now see, you'll also get a lot of things here that you don't want. So just go ahead and remove it, like that allow full screen option, then all this allow option, you don't need them as of now. You can keep them if you also want them to be plain mobile, but for now I'm just keeping it basic. This is iframe's attribute, we don't need it as of now. Title is fine, and yep, that's cool. Let's see now if it is playing. See, unavailable, restricted, so we have to use something else. I don't know if our channel is also doing that. I just have to see once. It's all restricted, so bad. Let's see something else if it is allowing it. I hope it allows it. I really hope. I hope it's not restricted. Please. Mod, can you please block the Spammer, are you there? Can you please do that? Now, guys, first of all, let's see if this is working before removing all the things. And yep, here we go. See that? No, it also see, guys, it will also depend on the channel. It will always depend on the channel. If I create a channel and if I don't want people to use my video, I will keep it restricted, right? So we cannot overcome that. We cannot do it. Either we can ask for permission, then that's what we can do, right? So yep. So now you'll see, here we go. Now an actual YouTube video is on your site, perfectly playing. You can play the audio and all that stuff. See? So it's a proper YouTube video on your site. Is that cleared, everyone? Guys, all set? That's how you can use iframe. This is one use of iframe. Okay. Now, just like that. So, guys, easy, right? Again, the steps. Go on YouTube, find the video that you want to do, that you want to put on your site. Find that video, and then click on share, click on embed, and take this whole iframe code. That's it. Again, guys, go on YouTube, find your video, click on share, click on embed, and just take this whole iframe code. That's it, and paste it. Now I'll tell you at what point people use this. Let's say you're making some tutorials. Let's just say that you're making some tutorials, okay, and you want to create your own site and you want to display all the tutorials there. But now, if you try to upload your own videos, you might need a big server space. Let's say you have 100 videos, you might need a big server space in that case. So instead, you can upload all your videos on your personal YouTube channel, and then you can take all that videos and display on your site. That's what a lot of people do. And by this, you save a lot of server space so that you don't have to buy a server to store videos, because 100 videos is too much, right? Yeah, there's no copyright for this. Embed is cool. Until and unless the channel has not restricted it, embedding is fine. Okay. And sometimes you should ask for permission. Now, in this case, I'm doing it for just educational purpose. I'm going to remove it. So that's fine in this case. Iframe full form, inline frame. Some people also call it internal frame, but yeah, I think it's inline frame. Okay, guys. Now then, let's go ahead and let's include a live map in our site, just like a lot of sites do, right? Just like a lot of sites do. Now, you guys wanted to see, right, what is the use of iframe. Now you might have seen a lot of sites, right, where they display map and all that stuff. So how to do that, how to put a live map? Let's go. Two YouTube videos side by side. Don't worry, Mangesh, I'll show you that. We still have css to learn, so I'll show you how to put everything side by side. Don't worry about that. Okay, so let's go, guys. So first of all, open maps. Okay, a video, we can use movie also. Yes, any external link that is allowed, yes, you can use that. Okay, so could you please tell if we want to do coding offline, can we do it in notepad for getting output? Ashok, VS code is also offline. It's fine, no need to use only notepad. VS code is also works offline. Any code editor works offline until and unless you're using any browser for it. It works offline, so no need to worry about what you say notepad. No, VS code also works offline. Sublime also works offline. Okay, now then, guys, search for anything. Let's say we search for what should we search? I'll search for something that is nearby my place. So something like Grand Central Mall. Okay, so where's the location, proper location? Okay, let's just go for this. Why is the map not updating? Okay, here we go. I don't want this. Okay, fine. So now click on share again. Search for something, search for proper your location, and then just click on share again. And then here also you'll see you'll have two options: send a link, embed a map. Two things. I don't want to send a link. I'll go to embed a map. And again, you can see you get a iframe code. Copy that HTML, come in your site, and again just paste. And that should be it. Save it. And here we go. A live map. You can see it's a live map. See, I can move it. I can do everything like that. And now you can also change the height and width of this if you want. So you can just go ahead and put like width 1000, height is 450, fine. So see, like this. You can also make it full screen if you want. It's totally up to you, and it's live map. So you can also see ratings and reviews. Okay, and if you know a little bit JavaScript, you can actually create better maps than this. But let's keep it for some other essentials. When we learn some other JavaScript, we'll also learn that. I'll maybe in some JS essential, I'll definitely show you how to work with maps, how to generate your map using JavaScript, and how to put proper locations on it. Right now, we are using Google feature, completely Google Map. I cannot apply anything on this map. But if I generate a map using JavaScript, I can put my own locations there. I can put my own markers there. I can do that as well. Is that clear, everyone? So, understood how easy it was to embed a YouTube video and also to embed a simple live map on your site? Like how to set a live background. Show your VS page. Yes, yes, here we go. Let me just remove this. And guys, you don't need all of this stuff. See, this video link is too big. Sorry, this link is very big. You can see that. And don't do anything inside this link. It's latitude and longitude. If you hurt it, the location may change. Okay. You can actually remove all this stuff, allow full screen and all this from the YouTube video. You don't need all that. You can just keep it like this short. Just keep it this short. That's fine. Okay. And you can see. Perfect. You can also remove all this stuff. Like right now, you don't need it. You can learn more about it after this. There's some also like some CSS written over there as well. You don't need all that because we'll learn CSS in some time. Will you teach MERN? Yes. In the full stack course, yes, there is a MERN. That is a MERN stack course only. The full stack course. So there I teach the complete MERN. So guys, are we cleared with how to use iframe? So are we cleared with video, audio, iframe? Everyone? Why it is side by side and not up down? Ashish, because it's a certain type of element. Now today we'll talk about that. Actually, not today. Once we start with CSS, in HTML on the web page, you have certain types of elements like block elements, inline block elements. And depending on that only, what happens is some elements go one by one, some elements go side by side. So you'll understand that. Don't worry. So if we have so many videos, then it would become boring. Yeah, it might, but it depends on your site, right? It's not like that. It depends on your site. If your site is like a proper video site, then you have to show a lot of videos, right? So now guys, let's move ahead and let me also show you how create a link, right? You might see this stuff, right? You go on YouTube, you click on this logo, it takes you to some other page, right? Let's say you go on flipkart.com, right? Then you click somewhere, like for example on this, it takes you to some other page, right? How this happens? How something is linked to some other page that you can click and go on that. Don't worry guys, all the people asking me about how to create side by side elements, don't worry, we still have 3 more days in this course. I'm going to be showing you how to do that, guys. Don't worry, we'll go step by step, right? First we'll learn these basic tags, then we'll start learning the adjustment and all that stuff. Don't worry, everyone, don't worry. So now then, let's go and let's see how to do that. How to create links between 2 pages so that I can click somewhere and go to that page. Let's go. Let's do it. So for that, guys, you simply need a tag called as A. That stands for anchor. Okay, just like an anchor is basically something that is used for direction, it also routes you to some other page or to some other direction. I think that's why it is called as anchor. But yeah, A stands for anchor. And now inside this, write anything like go to Google, something like that. Let's see. Yep, here we go. You have this, but it still doesn't work as a link. I cannot click on it. You can see I cannot click on it because it's not working right now. For that, inside the A tag, there is an attribute called as href that stands for hyperlink reference. It stands for hyperlink reference. And there you can put link of anything, a video, a audio, a new file, whatever you like. So let's write http://www.google.com. Save it. And now see, it turns to a link now. As soon as I put href, you can see it's blue. It's blue now because it has turned to a link. Now you can click on it and it takes me to Google. And just like that, I can also link my own file as well. It's up to me, right? It's up to me. I can link my own file as well. So I can create one more link. Let's say go to second page, right? And I can put my page link here, second.html. Now you'll see that it takes me to my page. See, one is go to Google, that takes you to Google, and the other one is go to second page. See this? It takes you to second page. That's how it works, guys. That's how it works. So that's how you create links. That's how all of these things are working on Flipkart, on Apple, all the stuff that works, right? See, these are nothing but links. I click on iPhone, it takes me to the iPhone page. I click on watch, it takes me to the watch page. All of this stuff. Everything is just a link. Okay, everyone, all cleared, guys? I can see a lot of people asking about, right, what is div and all that. Don't worry, guys. We have the complete CSS that we want to learn in the next 3 days. I'll tell you what are the proper semantics of writing code. I'll tell you what is CSS. I'll tell you what is div. I'll tell you what is section. I'll show you how to arrange it. Please don't worry. Okay. Sir, so if we do not have the file saved in our storage, we have to enter embedded link only. Why can't we enter the video link as is? If you're talking about this link that is on the top, like for example, let's say something like this link. This link is not the video link. This is the page link. This link loads the whole page. That's why we cannot. It is somewhat related to this video, but this link is basically used for loading this whole page, right? It's not specifically the video link. And to put this video in iframe, we need the specific video link and not the whole page link. That's why we don't use this link. We use the link provided by them. You can see. So the ID is kind of same, but the link is different. It's youtube.com/embed. That means it's in some other folder where access is allowed. This link is the link of this whole page. Is that cleared? Okay. Now then, guys, yes. How to put icon here, right? Let's do that as well. Let me show you how to put icon in the title. So for that, let's get some icon online. So let's say the Avengers icon, something like that. I hope it looks good there. Okay, let's take this one. Let's take Captain America's shield. Okay, save it, store it there only. Let me just call it SHIELD. Sorry, yeah, fine. The spelling was correct actually. Save it. Guys, now you can see I've got the icon here, right? See that? And this is what I want to put in here. How to do that? Let's see. So go on the page wherever you want to put it, inside your head tag, and use tag called as link. You have to use a tag called as link. Okay. And inside that, two things. First, the relation. So REL. What is the relation between the resource and this page? I want that resource to be the icon of this page. And then href, the link of the resource, that is the file name, shield.png. Save it. And here you go. Can you guys see that, everyone? Can you notice that? Everyone, can you guys notice that? See this? The Captain America shield icon. So that's how you simply do it. Okay, simple tag just to do this. That's all. Okay, so now you can change it at any point of time for any page. That's how you do it, right? So your website access in other device, like yes, you can access this site in any device, but it may not be responsive. It may not look good in every site. So we have to make responsive. Actually, we have to make our site responsive so that it looks good in mobile phone and all that stuff. So that's a way of writing CSS by which you can manage the site's size depending on the device. So yeah, for that we have to do responsiveness. So everyone, are we clear with all the things that we have learned till now? Audio, video, iframe, this thing, linking. So there is link tag. Yes, yes, Sri Satya. Link tag is also a self-closing tag. Yes. What are the different relation value? Different. Yes, it is Fev icon, Aman. Yes, yes, it is. Different relation value. It's style sheet. Sometimes you want to link your style pages. So in that case, the relation becomes style sheet. So yeah, there are different stuffs. Yep. Is that clear, everyone? And yes, just to like let you know, guys, please also fill your attendance, because you at least have to fill 3 days attendance and submit the final project to get the certificate. Okay. So please fill your attendance if you have not. Can you please tell me, if we are creating shopping web and we want some product from Flipkart, how to do that? If you want some product from Flipkart, maybe you have to use their API, buddy. So you have to use their API. That's very important. So I see there are multiple ways. Either you use their API. If it is there, I don't know if there is any Flipkart API, but you need that to get their products. Just like some people use Instagram API to get Instagram post to display on their sites. Some people use Facebook API to display Facebook post. So you have to check out if there is a, what do you say, Flipkart API that will give you the products. Second thing is, either you can go ahead and copy all the data and paste it on your site. You can do that, the secondary option. Third is you can do web scraping and get all the details from their page and put it in your site. So you can also do web scraping. Okay. Okay, guys. So now let's get back to the topic. Let's focus on HTML, CSS again, everyone. So first of all, guys, are we cleared? And yeah, and I'll show you one more thing. A lot of people are asking, what if you want to open your link on a new tab? Very easy, guys. So a tag also has target attribute. There you have to just put this underscore blank, and that's it. Now you'll see that when I click on that link, it opens that in a new tab and not in the same tab. That tab is still there. It opens it in a new tab. So simple, target underscore blank. That's all. Is that cleared, guys? Everyone? That's it. You can also do this. Let me show you one more thing. See, guys, focus. You can give your iframe a name. Let's say I give it a name of LU, LUIFR, something like that. Okay. And you know that you do target underscore blank, so it basically opens a new tab. You can also do this. Give iframe a name and put that name in the target. Now see what will happen. If you click on this link, it opens it in the iframe, not on the other page, or not in the other tab now, and not, it is not also removing this page. It is opening it inside the iframe. Is that cleared? How to submit the project? Nidhi, you'll have the link of submission in the description. So guys, attendance form link, project submission link, everything is there in the description of the video. You can find everything there. Okay, everyone. So that's how you can also use it. Okay, now one more thing, guys. What is responsive? Yes, that's what I want to answer, Maz. Responsive basically means, see, you know, the way Facebook looks in your web browser, it is not how it looks in the mobile phone, right? Guys, Maz, do you agree with that? The way Facebook looks in the PC, it does not look the exact same in the mobile phone. Correct? In mobile phone, everything, the design, the structure has changed completely. Images look big, comment area is adjusted properly, right? But it is the same site. In PC also you go to facebook.com, in mobile also you also go to facebook.com. So what's happening is, let me show you here only. I hope Apple works like that. So see, in PC Apple looks like this. Okay. Now let's see and open it in mobile phone. The same site. See. So in mobile phone you can see the structure has completely changed. See that? See, now the navigation that was like this, it changes like this now. See? The design, everything have become small, images have been adjusted in a smaller screen. It is the same site. It's just the website is adjusting itself. The website is adjusting the design depending upon the screen size. And that is what responsiveness means, Maz. Responsiveness design. This is what you call as a responsive design. The website understands what is the screen size, and depending on that changes the styling, the structure, and the sizing of element. And that is also done via CSS. That is also done via CSS. if you just want to know that. I hope it also works like this. Yep, see that? See the elements, how they change their structure and size. Just take a look at the navigation. Take a look at this. If I just make my screen small, after this line, see this navigation goes and it comes like this. And if I just make it a little more bigger, see the navigation comes back. That means somewhere there is some code that written which checks for the screen size, and depending on the size, it changes the element. That's what responsiveness means. Is that clear? So yesterday you said about px sizes. So it's constant on difference. Yes, pixel is always constant. Yes, pixel is always constant. So 1000 pixels in PC or 1000 pixels in phone, it's going to be same. Pixels is always same, similar, constant. Okay. So everyone, are we cleared with all the stuff? Guys, please tell me. Are we clear with all the stuff? Don't worry, I'll give you the assignment. Don't worry, guys. Please, all of you, register for the course if you have not registered yet, because assignment will be given to you. Once you register, you will start receiving the assignment. Okay. Okay. Now then, guys, let's move ahead to one last thing for today. I am basically introducing CSS to you in the next 10 minutes, so that tomorrow when we start, we can directly start from CSS. Now, see, guys, whatever we have learned, it's not complete HTML, but we have at least learned the basic HTML to start with CSS. You know that in 5 days we cannot cover the whole HTML in CSS, right? So we are learning all the main important stuff, but there are few more things in HTML, like how to create form fields and tables. Okay, but we'll start with CSS, and in between that we'll also come back and see some more tags, so don't worry about that. Okay, we'll also see how to create input like form fields. We'll see all of that, but for now let's go ahead and let's start with some CSS, as we are done with some more important tags. Like now we know how to put text, now we know how to put iframe, video, audio, and all that stuff. Okay, so I'll show you how to make a form. Don't worry, once we start with CSS, once we understand the basics of CSS, we will also I'll also show you, I'll come back and also show you how to create form fields. So don't worry. Let's go, everyone. Let's go. So now, if you remember, yesterday I told you what CSS is, right? It stands for, don't mind if the spelling is wrong, guys. It stands for Cascading Style Sheet. It is nothing but a styling language. Guys, it's not a markup language. It is a styling language. CSS is a styling language that works with the HTML element to style them. When I say to style them, that basically means CSS is responsible for the alignment, adjustment, coloring, sizing of the elements that you create. When I say elements, guys, elements are nothing but text, images, audio, video. All of these are elements. Okay, now you saw when we created an HTML page, see how it looked like. See that? We have an iframe here, we have a map here, our text starts from here. Now, if you see, is this site good looking? Everyone, you tell me. Is this site good looking? Let me also get my image back. Let me also get my image back. Let's get everything back now. Okay. Where does this comment start? I think it's here. Yep. Let's get everything back. Let's get everything back. Get everything back. I will see this is not the site that you want to submit to someone, right? It has all the elements. See, amazing. Looks amazing, right? You have image, you have audio, you have a video player, you have an iframe, you have a YouTube video, you also have a map, you also have some links. But is this looking good? Not at all. It's very bad. It's not a site that can be submitted, right? But this is some site that you can submit. I showed you that without CSS, how does this site look? Like also this one. Without CSS, how does this site look? I showed you yesterday. Let me show you again today just to like see. This is how Flipkarts look without CSS, right? You don't want your site to look like this. So HTML, guys, is only for content creation. And see, this is all content. This is all elements, image element, audio element, video element. But what if I want to give proper sizes to them? What if I want to adjust them? What if I want to properly color them? What if I want to align them so that at the end it looks good? And that's where this language comes, that is called as CSS. CSS is nothing but a styling language which works with or which works on the HTML element to style them. You can use CSS to give alignment, adjustment, coloring, sizing to any particular element. That's what CSS does. And guys, it's one of the most simplest languages to learn. So let me at least give you some basics today before we end this session. Okay, so that tomorrow we can start with a bang on CSS. Now, guys, third day is tomorrow. And remember, guys, in every essential, third day is the most important day. So tomorrow is also the most important day of our course. One is the project that will be on the fifth day, but third day is always the most important day in any essential. So please be there tomorrow, everyone. Tomorrow is the most important day because tomorrow I'll teach you about flex boxing. Tomorrow I'll teach you about the box model. Two very, very important things. Okay, flex boxing and box model. Okay, the most important things in CSS. But now let's go with the basics. So guys, first of all, just like we learned HTML, I told you there is a certain way of writing HTML code. Just like that, there is also a certain way of writing CSS code. Now understand, guys, CSS is written in property value format. CSS as a language has a lot of properties. CSS as a language has a lot of properties for doing anything. To give height, it has a property. To give width to an element, it has a property. To give color to an element, it has a property. To align an element, it has a property. To move some element, it has a property. To give spaces around the element, it has a property. So CSS as a language has a lot of properties. That's it. CSS is a language of properties. And you just have to learn. When I say I'm learning CSS, I just have to learn how to apply those properties on a particular HTML element. That's what we learn. How to apply a CSS property on a particular HTML element. That's what we learn. So guys, let's go. How do we write it? Very simple. We write the property name colon the value. That's it. If I have to give you an example, think of it like this. Height 200 pixels. It's an example of property value. Color red. It's an example of property value. So that's how our property and value looks like. And there are thousands of properties in CSS used for different things. But fine, we can learn properties and values. It's very easy. We can easily understand what a property means. Like height, I know what height means. Color, I know what color means. Font size, I know what font size property means. But the issue is, or the tricky thing here is, how to apply this. How to tell this property that you have to get applied on a particular element. Because in our HTML page, we might have a lot of elements. We might have image, we might have audio, might have video, iframe, iframe, text. So how to tell these CSS properties that you have to apply on a particular element? You have to get applied on a particular element. So for that, guys, there are three ways. There are three ways of applying CSS on HTML elements. So again, guys, let's do a quick revision. CSS is cascading style sheet. It's nothing but a styling language which basically helps you to apply styling on HTML elements. And it is written in property value format. And it has tons of properties. And there are three ways of applying CSS on HTML elements. And the three ways are, let me mention it here, the inline way, the internal way, which is also sometimes called as an embedded way, and the external way. These are the three ways of applying CSS on HTML elements. And all of these three property value only. Guys, understand. CSS is always written in property value format. It's just there are three ways by which you can apply these properties onto the HTML elements. So for today at least, let's go ahead and let's see this one, the inline way. And it's very easy, guys. It's very easy. So let's see how to do it. Now then, apply inline CSS to anything. Now let me again comment all of this stuff. Let me just comment all of this stuff again. Again, a blank page. Okay. And just let's create a simple dummy H1 for now. H1. Okay. Hello, everyone. Like that. Here we go. Go to string output. Now I want to apply CSS on this element by using the inline way. How can I do that? Simple. Just go in the tag and there is an attribute available called as style. Now this is one attribute which is available to every tag because you can apply CSS to literally every tag. So this is the attribute style. And now inside this double quotes, guys, you can just start writing your property colon value, whatever you want to write. For example, color is the property for text color. So color screen semicolon. See now, guys, property, focus everyone, property colon value. Save it. Sorry, wrong place. Sorry. Refresh your page now. And here we go. Can you see that, everyone? It's green in color. Is it clear, everyone? Now, let's go. Let's do something else. After the semicolon, you can continue with other properties. For example, font family. Guys, don't worry about the properties right now. First, let's understand how to apply CSS. Then we can learn all the different properties. Okay. So font family, let's say Calibri. That's one font I have in my PC. And it's also one of my favorite fonts. So Calibri. And don't forget to put semicolon. So font family Calibri. We just close this notepad now. See that? The font family has changed. Guys, that's how you apply CSS in the inline way. And you can see, right? Guys, can you start seeing the changes that CSS is providing you? Now you can literally do anything. Let me do this. Font weight 300. See that? A thin font now. That's what CSS can do, guys. This is the power of CSS. Actually, this is not the whole power. This is just start. You don't know the power. Sites like Apple, Google, they are made using this, right? The designs of them, all the really beautiful designs you see online, they're all CSS at the end. Almost all of them are like is CSS. So guys, that's how you apply inline CSS. Why it is called as inline? Because you write it in this tag. So at whatever tag you want to apply CSS, you write it in the same tag. That's why it is called as inline CSS. Okay, but there is one disadvantage of inline CSS. That is, let's say you have multiple elements. Let's say you have multiple elements. For example, this is one more element. I am here too. Like this. Now then, I also want to apply the same CSS on this. What can I do? That's the problem now. I have to write the exact same CSS again if I want to apply on this. That means if I have 20, 30 things in my whole site, I have to write this CSS 20, 30 times. And that is the disadvantage of inline CSS. There is no reusability. So if you have 20, 30 elements on which you want to apply same CSS, you cannot reuse by writing it one time. You have to write it again and again. And that will cause a lot of problems because you won't be able to maintain your code. Yeah, it's fine. Copy paste is good. You can copy and paste, right? But that's not a good way because copy and paste looks fine for the first time. Now, once you want to maintain, now think of it like this. After 3 years, you want to change the color. You have to go everywhere and change the color on all that 30 places, right? That's the problem. That is the bigger problem. So for that purpose, guys, the solution is given by the next way of applying CSS. That is internal CSS or internal way of writing CSS. Now let me show you that as the last thing for today, guys. So what you can do is, instead of writing, I'll keep an example. Just if I share the document to you, you'll have it. I'll just keep an example of inline CSS. So instead of writing your CSS like this now, create the tags. Don't worry. Create a number of tags. That's fine. Right? See, now I have 2 tags. Now let's use this technique of internal CSS. Go in your head tag. Okay, go in your head tag and put a tag called as style. Now, this style area is the area where you can actually write CSS. But the way is little different. Now, guys, understand that this area is only for CSS. You cannot write any HTML inside this. This area is only for CSS. Okay, now, but the problem is, while writing inline CSS, I knew at what element I want to apply CSS, and I can just go inside that element and apply that. Fine. So it was working. But now my element is at some other place, and where I want to write CSS is at some other place. So how can I apply it? And for this purpose, guys, you have a concept of selector. A selector is nothing but a way of selecting elements on which you want to apply CSS. A selector is nothing but, guys, a way of selecting elements on which you want to apply CSS. So for example, if I want to apply CSS on this H1, and so I can use its name as a selector. I can use its name to call it and apply CSS like this. I can go here and I can mention H1. Remember, guys, don't mention the tag name, please. Don't mention it like tag. Just the name. That's it. And then after writing the name of the tag, put curly braces. And now inside this area, apply your CSS. For example, color, green, font family, Calibri. You can also write in the single line, but I'm just trying to make it look good. That's why 300, and that's it. So H1 and the CSS. Save it and see both. It's now working on both of them. Now, if you have 20 H1 elements, it doesn't matter. You don't have to rewrite your CSS again and again, no matter how many H1 elements you have. See, on everything it's applied. So in the CSS area, I've actually mentioned that, okay, on H1, apply this CSS. So this H1 here is the selector. And right now you're selecting via the tag name, via the element name. That's why it is also called as tag name selector or element name selector or tag selector or element selector, whatever you'd like to call it. Okay, so you're selecting a tag by its name and you're applying this CSS. So guys, the syntax will be always like this: the selector, brackets, and CSS goes here. That's the technique you will always use. Is it cleared, everyone? Guys, are we cleared with this? Everyone? I hope. One last thing, for what if we have 10 H1 and we want to apply first two only? Yes, that's a really good question. So guys, Mangesh is asking, what if I have 10 H1s and I only want to apply on the first two? How to do that? So guys, it's like this. What if in your class there are 10 Saurabhs? So if you just go and call Saurabh, all the 10 will stand. But if you want to call a specific one, so to avoid this problem only, colleges give you a unique identification, right? They give you a nickname, which is called as maybe your ID or your class name, like third year BSc, second year something, or your ID, the roll number that you get, so that you can be identified, right? That means in your college also, your name can create conflicts because the same name person can be there in your class. And for that purpose, you get a unique identifier like roll number or your class name, right? Just like that. Just like that. In here also, you can give nicknames to your tags. Because see now, again, same thing. All of them are H1. So if I just write H1 and this style, it will be applied to all the H1s. So guys, for that case, CSS gives you a way of giving them one more name or identifier, that is a class name. So what you can do is go in the tag and use an attribute called as class and give it anything, give it any name. Give it, let's say, 1. That's it. I called it 1, right? Remember, guys, don't start this with a number and don't give space in the class name like this. Never, never give space. So don't start your class name with number and don't give a space. Your class name should be a single word. Okay, if you want to give effect of space, you can use underscore or hyphen, but not a space. That's it. Now you can call this tag via two names, either by its actual tag name, that is H1, or by its class name, that is 1. So let's see how can I call it via its class name. So comment this out. You can write the class name, but now to make CSS understand that this is a class name and not a tag name, you have to put a dot in front of it. That's it. That's how CSS will understand that it's a class name. And again, now you can apply CSS like color red. See that? Now only the first one is red and all the other are black because it's only applying on the first one. And the best part is you can give that class to anything else, any element. You can give that class to any element, any element. See that? The second one also becomes red. That's how classes work, everyone. But there is one more way of giving nicknames. There is one more way. There is one more way. That is, you can also give something called as ID as one more nickname. You can call it or some other name. Okay, and you can call it like let's call it intro, something like that. I'm just not getting any name, guys. I'm just putting any name here. Intro. Now you can also use the ID to apply CSS on an element to select the element. Let me show you how to do that. Intro. But again, you have to make sure that the CSS understands that this is the ID selector. So for that, you have to put a hash in front of it. Everyone, you have to put a hash. And now, like that, give it color. Let's call it purple. Something like that. And here we go. See, now this is purple. Okay. So either you can select via tag name, or you can select via class name, or you can select via ID. These are the three main selectors. Now there are some other variations as well, guys, but these are the three main ways of selecting elements. Now I can see a lot of people are asking what is the difference between ID and class. So let me tell you now. Let me tell you. ID is for unique identification. That means what HTML says, what W3c says, the validator of HTML, W3c. They say that you cannot give the same ID to anyone else. You should never do that. Never. If you try, it will work. But according to W3c, it's an error. You should never give one ID that you have given to some element to some other element, because IDs are used for unique identification. So if you want to give a really unique name to something in your whole page, use an ID. Classes, on the other hand, can be repeated. They are made for this only. Multiple elements can use the same class, but multiple elements cannot use same ID. That's why classes are much more useful while writing CSS and not IDs. So you should actually avoid IDs while writing CSS. Classes will be enough. Because in CSS, you really want to use reusability, right? You really want to use single CSS multiple times. So you'll always go for class. Is that clear, everyone? Why would you put dot? Because that's how CSS understands JD. JD, CSS will only read it like a class if there is a dot in front of it. And CSS will only understand that this is an ID if there is hash in front of it. If you don't put hash, it will try to find out a tag name with this. Because when you write tag name, you don't put anything. So that's why hash is very important. So that CSS understands that it's an ID, so that CSS understands it's a class. So you have to put a dot for that. Is that clear? So we use dot for referring with tag? No. For referring with tag name, no, you need to use any symbol, just the tag name. That's it. Okay. Now, someone is asking what is W3c. So W3c stands for World Wide Web Consortium. It's an authority that regulates the versions and the semantics of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So they are the validators. They are the body behind everything on the web, the main body, like an authority or a checker or an inspector kind of stuff, right? So they create all the rules for HTML, CSS, and JS, and they also check for that. So according to them, you should never use IDs multiple times. Is that clear? Then we can use class for different tags. For example, even H2, H3. Yes, 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 yes. You can use the same class name for any other element. That's fine. सर अगर CSS HTML से अलग लैंग्वेज है तो दोनों एक ही कंपाइलर में कैसे कंपाइल हो रहे हैं एंड सेम पेज में लिखा जा रहा है? Yes, Ashish, because browser understands both of them. Yes, because of that. Because of that. It's not a compiler. Actually, first of all, it's not a compiler-based language. So browser basically simply interprets your HTML. There is a DOM interpreter to interpret HTML, and just like that, they also interpret the CSS. We don't need a compiler for that. Okay, guys. So yep, that's finally it for today. Poll, we didn't have time for the poll, so don't worry. Tomorrow, just in the start, remind me. I will tell you about, I'll give you the poll in the start only. And guys, tomorrow's day is the most important day. So please also tell your friends and everyone to also attend it, because tomorrow we'll be learning what? Flexboxing and also box model. The most important topic in the whole CSS box model. Once you understand that, 30 to 40% CSS is always clear to you. Which way is mostly used inline? I think the way that is mostly used is external, but every one of them is fine. Depends on the needs. Depends on the needs. Okay, so tomorrow is box model and flex boxing. Day after that is positioning, and day after that is project. So guys, now in some time on the Telegram, the quiz will be launched. Please go ahead, join the Telegram group so that you can play the quiz and win a 500 rupees Amazon coupon. And as well as focus that tomorrow's session is very, very important. And also please fill your attendance so that you can get the certificate, because at least 3 days attendance is very, very important, and you have to do a final submission. So attendance link, project submission link, Telegram link, everything is in the description of the video. So please go there and join the group. Okay. So yep, guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much, everyone. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this session. Everyone. Guys, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this session, and I'll see all of you tomorrow at the exact same time, 6:30, and let's hope for reaching 600 tomorrow. I think today we touched 500. Tomorrow let's try for 600. Okay, so thank you so much, everyone. Bye bye. I'll see all of you tomorrow at 6:30. Please be there, and thank you for attending today. Bye bye, guys. Have a great day. Have a great night. Bye bye.